Hello, everyone. My name is Gus.
Hi, I'm Woody.
Today, we're reacting to underwater footage from our meetup.
Cool.
From a few weeks ago in Cozumel. We got together, 139 of us, diving together, which was awesome. And I filmed some of the people diving. I filmed myself, too, going through some swim-through. So hopefully this brings people in with us. If you didn't go to the meetup and you didn't have the opportunity to join us and dive with us, this will kind of bring you in.
Yep. It was such a great meetup, everybody. We rotated between boats all week. We had 7 different boats, so every day we would dive on a different boat. I filmed as well every day. I filmed everybody diving, but if we would have included all of that, I guess it would have been like a 2-hour video. So let's see what you filmed. I bet it's going to look similar.
Let's give it a shot. All right, so this guy here is actually one of the dive masters. But look at everyone else.
Wow, nice trim and buoyancy.
Looking awesome, huh?
Yeah. And I noticed that. I was just commenting on our live stream. Everybody had good trim and buoyancy on my boats. They really focused on that.
Look at this. That's Garrett,
Beautiful.
I think. But yeah, and I mentioned this before to you. I've always kind of resisted this whole idea of like being an influencer, like considering myself an influencer or whatever. But when I see people diving like this, I feel like we've made a difference, you know? People care about trim and buoyancy now.
Maybe it was us. I don't necessarily want to give ourselves credit, but it was very nice to see that on the trip, everybody was focused on their trim and buoyancy.
Look at this. Cave divers.
Perfect. Look at how beautiful.
It's awesome. Everybody did such a good job. And you can see it also compared with other groups. Like sometimes I will kind of get a little lost because you and I were taking turns from boat to boat to boat. And the dive masters would tell me, I'm sure they told you too. They're like, look, you're on a rebreather. If you see a swim through that you want to take or whatever, just go for it and meet up with a group later. So there were a couple of times that I would go through the swim through and then we'll come up and I'll be like, is that my group? And they all look vertical. And I'll be like, nope. They're going to be on the other way. Look at these turtles, by the way. They have good trim.
Yeah.
This is how you should look when you're diving.
You know, it was such great weather. I think you can tell, right? Every day we got so lucky with the weather.
Yeah.
The current was not that bad anywhere. We didn't have sometimes Cozumel can be ripping. It wasn't too strong.
Yeah. I met up with this guy.
I remember this grassy area and the turtle.
Yeah.
I think he's like the resident turtle there.
Yeah, that's a contract with the boat.
Nice. Beautiful.
Yeah.
I dove.
Now, okay, you're an expert in turtles. How come?
I am.
So they're reptiles.
Yeah, I am.
Got it, right? They're reptiles. I get it. But they also breathe air like us. So how can turtles eat underwater and like swallow the grass and all this and not die? Because if I'm underwater and I eat a Cheeto, I'm dead. I'll drink water and
turtles
I die.
it is known, right? They live a very, very long time.
Why
do they live a long time? Their heart rate, their heartbeat, and you can laugh and all that, but everybody will look it up later and find it's super slow. I don't know how slow. I don't remember how many beats per minute, but very, very, very.
Is that a
very
reptilian
slow.
thing? Like reptiles out like that?
Yeah, in general, but turtles in particular. So they can be underwater for, depends how much they're doing, but a long time.
Yeah, they sleep underwater.
30 minutes or to like hours if they're sleeping.
Yeah.
Right.
But my question is, because they're breathing in, how they swallow?
At the same time, they have the things that we don't have. Like they can swallow water and salt water and all of that and process it in their system where we can't. We'll just totally dehydrate. And they even blow it out at times. Sometimes they'll blow out salt. So they just have those kind of enzymes is what I was told.
I have no idea.
BS.
You can be completely making this up, and I have no idea. I don't know. I'm saying it sounds legit.
It sounds like you think I'm
not
legit.
I'm saying it sounds
a little bit.
It sounds legit.
Slight could be some sarcasm.
It sounds legit.
I like turtles, and they're cool, and they good job
just
taking
eating
them.
like no big deal.
By the way, I dove a experimental rebreather by Kiss the whole trip, every dive, and it was perfect.
Yeah,
flawless. The rebreather.
I found this guy. So this was at the beginning of one of the dives. As soon as I dove down, I saw him, and I'm like, man, that's probably the biggest hermit, crab that I've seen. Humongous. And
what light were you using? I see you cutting on the
no
light.
lights. No lights.
How come it
this was pretty
changed?
shallow. I don't know. Maybe the reflection of the sand is
Interesting. All of a
bouncing the
sudden-
light back up.
Yeah.
But I wasn't using the light because remember Christina told us that some of these creatures, if you shine
Yeah.
a light, you will burn their eyeballs, like the
Well,
seahorses.
seahorses and stuff. Yeah, I didn't use. It's funny.
Look at the
I
visibility.
also did not use lights.
Yeah.
For filming.
Look at the visibility here.
Yeah, it was
It's
great.
unbelievable. Look, this is what the coral systems look like in some of the dive sites in Cozumel. So you can see all the way down there.
And there's huge swim-throughs everywhere.
Right. I'm kind of in the middle. I'm probably like around, I don't know, 20 meters,
Not deep.
60 feet or
Yeah.
so. 40 feet, something like that. And then you can see that's you right there. Those are your fins.
Yeah.
This was
Pretty.
one dive that I ran into you for some reason.
Oh yeah. Is that me below
Oh,
you
cool.
down there?
No. You were ahead.
Because I was on a back mount, but no, that has bubbles. Somebody's blowing bubbles. I was on
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
rebreather.
Yeah, you were on a rebreather. You'll make an appearance later.
That's pretty though. That looks really
Look
cool.
at that cool. Yeah.
Isn't that beautiful?
Again, this guy didn't know I was filming, and he's perfect trim.
Very nice.
Oh, the other thing I noticed, a lot of people doing frog kicks, which is not common in open water and like Cozumel and stuff. You'll
So,
see.
Do you think we're changing diving by some
Dude, I'm
chance?
telling you.
I
I think
can't
we're
believe it.
influencing people, yeah. For the positive, for the best.
They look so much better.
Yes.
Wow.
Look at these guys are from Boston. They just started diving.
Wow.
They're doing great. There you are. Look, no bubbles. You're doing frog kick, but look, the guy in front of you frog kick. The guy in front of that guy frog kick. Everybody's frog
Unbelievable.
kicking. Yes, I noticed that. Boat picking up some people. One of the 7 boats we had during the meetup.
It is. I'm a little blown away that maybe we really are having an impact on worldwide diving. Us. I mean, there's plenty of other people that should be.
Yeah, I mean, as long as the impact is positive,
Right.
all good.
That's
Look,
cool.
look, frog kicking.
Nice. Beautiful.
Telling you,
Perfect.
It's awesome.
And isn't it so much more relaxing to be
Oh,
in
my
trim and
goodness.
frog kick?
Oh,
You don't have
so
to
good.
kick much. Look at that. Kick and glide.
Look at these guys.
Looks great.
Yeah, trying to frog kick. Not everyone was an expert, of course, but the fact that they're trying, they're practicing on every dive.
One more thing I'm
Was
just not
so good.
noticing.
What?
You see any split fins? I think we've eliminated split fins. Oh, man. I'm sorry to the split fin manufacturers. We've killed you.
Oh, my goodness.
Nobody had them on this trip. Nobody.
I think I saw a couple of trip leaders with it,
Oh, really?
Yeah. But
By the end of the trip, though?
they throw them in the trash. But yeah, everybody looking really good.
I mean, those look like the Eddie fins, those
Yeah.
white ones.
Yeah, some people had Eddie fins. I think that's Garrett again, probably.
Oh, you can see the current just drifting along now.
Ah,
It's
yeah.
nice.
It is super nice. Look at this guy.
Beautiful.
Perfect trim. I'm telling you. It's
Beautiful.
like everybody looks so good.
My reaction is beautiful.
Yeah. By the way, these videos are unedited and all that. I
Yeah.
just literally dumped everything in my camera and we're just watching with you at the same time. Staying off the bottom.
Nobody's
close to
pounding the bottom. Nobody's
it. Right?
messing.
Look at this guy
Beautiful.
saying hi to
Guy look-
fish. You probably inspired that guy to talk to fish.
I dove with this group as well. Like
Yeah.
we all rotated around. I remember that guide and
Yeah.
wow, look at her. Very nice.
And I know people judging will be like, "Oh, look at that light is hanging and the hoses
You're
are too
in the
low."
ocean.
Guys,
It's in the ocean. It's open ocean.
it's not perfect.
No, but it
this
doesn't
looks-
matter. She's
yeah.
not anywhere near anything where the light
She looks better
can't
than
be
me.
hanging.
She looks better than me. I didn't look that good
She was great.
underwater.
It's fine. Like they're not in a cave.
Yeah. Well, it's like today I saw a video of somebody on perfect trim with a sidewinder, and somebody commented, it's like, "Oh, it's easy because I'm not a rebreather." And I'm like, "You
Oh,
clearly
really?
are not a rebreather
Okay.
diver." I missed that memo.
Boy, did we have some good weather. Look at that.
Good trim.
Look above. Perfect weather.
Amazing. You can hear the boats above you, Look at this. picking up divers like 60 feet above us, 20 meters above us.
Yeah, so that's like at least 60, 70 feet of this.
And the water, it just looks like a pool. Like, look behind me. There's no waves. It's just perfect water.
Beautiful.
Great weather all week. Like, it rained overnight a couple nights, I think, but during the day, it was perfection.
That's the backwinder. You converted your sidewinder.
That's right.
And put the scrubbers on your back.
That's right, yeah. But the scrubbers are still in the sidewinder position. The tank is on the back. So I don't have a side mount setup.
Right. That makes sense. Yeah. It's not you didn't turn it into a Spirit.
No.
Yeah.
Swim through action here.
Yeah, they look great. Beautiful. Come on through.
Here comes House. Diving a dry suit. Looking good.
He dove that all week.
Yeah. I guess practicing in, his setup.
Yeah, he said
he dives at
really
home.
likes the
Trying to remember where he's
trim and
from.
buoyancy.
I think he said he's from like New England or something. I know it's cold where he comes from. We have people from Alaska in the meetup. I met a couple people. So where are you from? Alaska. What?
Those swim-throughs were everywhere.
Yeah.
All through Cozumel.
Oksana and Victoria, the Ukrainian sisters,
They're there.
join us. They did awesome all
did.
week. House coming through with his helmet.
No split fins. I don't see
right.
any split fins.
That's
Look,
right.
not one pair. I mean, have we really eliminated split fins from the face of diving?
Eradicated them. Those are interesting weight pockets now that I see.
Outside.
They snap down. That might be a good thing because you're always trying to snap them sideways and it's a pain. This one snapped down.
I wonder what it is. What
That's cool.
system? I don't know. Wow, she looks great.
Yeah. Oh. Split
All right.
fins. Split fins for you.
Wow,
There
we
you go.
have pair. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, she was one of the. That's okay. She probably got rid of them by the end of the trip.
Yeah, she threw them in the trash.
Meanwhile, she's just got good trim and buoyancy.
Looking awesome. Coming through. All right, so this, I think there's a couple of shots here that are a little bit longer. I wanted to give you like an experience of like a first person, especially if you're not a diver, of what it looks like to dive in Cozumel. Especially if you're like me and Woody, we're constantly looking for what's the tightest hole we can go through and explore. So here we go. Join us in this
Do
adventure.
you think that's part of the DTF class?
The Dive Talk
Can you get
Fundamentals
through
class?
the tight holes
Probably not.
with good fundies?
Probably not. Well, maybe.
We could put that as a skill.
But they can see it here in action. So I see these guys. House is trying to empty his suit and all that stuff. And I'm like, all right, well,
Here, people.
I'm going in.
Oh, I remember. I'm not
Yeah,
kidding
these
you. I
swim-throughs.
remember this area. I remember this swim through. I
But
do.
one of
maybe
the
I
things
do.
that-
Maybe I do. I mean, they're all.
Yeah, they
I
start
remember
blending
those
in.
things hanging down when I was going through.
They just hit the camera. But I want you guys to pay attention here because it gives you a glimpse into kind of the way my mind works, because I immediately start looking for other places to go. As we mentioned before, the guides and the dive masters were like, if you guys see a place you want to go, just go and then join the group later. We were like, all right. So here I'm following the guide. This is our dive master.
One
Not
dive
for
I dove with Ed the whole dive, and
yeah?
every swim through, and he, by the way, upside down, he swam through them. And on a rebreather, on a sidewinder,
Yes.
in perfect trim.
Yeah, so I'm looking. I'm like, okay, is that a hole? Is that a hole? Is that a hole?
I know.
Cave exploration mode. Looking for places to go. All right.
I want to go back.
Yeah, first person. So I leave the group behind. I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm just going to go and find something.
A little air.
Adding some dill because I'm going deeper. My PO2
And
goes
you want to
up,
breathe.
So I add dill. Yeah. So I leave the group behind. I'm like, okay, I kind of know where they are going, but I'm going to go find something. And you can tell the difference of how much quiet it is to be on a rebreather. All those bubbles.
So nice.
Go away.
By the way, isn't it nice having your tank back mounted on a boat every day in Cozumel?
Awesome,
It is
right?
way easier.
Yeah. Let's put it on and go. That necklace is super long, by the way. I need to adjust it. I just put that one together like the day before we left, and I completely miscalculated the size of my neck.
That thing is down there a little bit. You're pointing that out.
Yeah.
There it is.
Very, very long. But I didn't need it. I didn't have to bail out. My rebreather worked perfectly the whole way.
Same.
All right. Swim through action. Here we go. Look how quiet it gets.
It's peaceful, man. Oh, you're blowing out a little loop volume.
Yeah. Okay. Do I go that hole or this hole? That hole? Let's go the one on the right. It's smaller. I also wanted to leave this on the video because some of these holes were too small. And I wanted to show people that you have to be responsible. So you can see I squeezed in this one. It's kind of small, but I didn't damage anything. And then you go in there and it's like dark everywhere. Okay, well, there's an exit on the left.
Yeah,
okay.
and that's a good point. They really talk to everybody about don't touch the reefs.
Yeah, don't mess them up.
They're super strict about that, and it's important.
Yeah. So there's an exit there.
No gloves in Cozumel.
Yeah,
and no
gloves
knives.
allowed.
No knives either.
No knives either. So that is the exit. So I'm looking. Where do I go? Where do I go? Is there another hole that I can go? Or do I go to the surface? Or not to the surface, but do I get out of here? And then I see this hole down there. And it was too small. So I'm like, okay, let's go right and look for another place. Hi, fish. Trying to find another place. It becomes like a game. It's like, where do I go? Where do I go? And then I'm like, bingo. Dark hole, sign me up. So you can see the size and, you can calculate whether you can fit or not. I looked at this hole for a while and I'm like, I feel like, you see like right here, there's like the tank shape. And like my arms will go like here. So I'm like, okay, I think I can fit there. But I don't push it. So I'm going to try
as long as it's not damaging the reef.
Correct.
I mean, that's really critical.
Yeah. So here I go, attempting that. And no. Stuck. But I'm looking inside. That looks like a cool cave. So I push back a little bit. I'm like, okay, maybe I didn't have the right angle. So let me try again. Alright, let me try this way. Try to get in this hole. There's the exit. But no. Nope. Not gonna push myself. Turn around. So that's an example of like sometimes you have to be responsible. And nobody was there. Nobody was watching. Like I could have just plowed through it.
Yeah.
Break some stuff. And I'm like, yeah, it would have broken. So no, I'm not gonna do it. But you could have gone through it and forced yourself in. But for what?
And if you're forcing yourself in, you could get stuck.
Yeah.
You're by yourself at that moment. That would be really foolish.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, here we go. There's another hole over there. By the way, yes, I'm diving solo in this particular moment, but I have a full rebreather bailout system. So if my rebreather failed, which it didn't fail a week, I would have just gone through open circuit and get out of there. So I have a way to rescue myself, let's just say.
Pretty.
Yeah. Remember, I still kind of have to keep an eye on the whereabouts of my team. So you can see I run into them again. So I'm like, okay, so they're near. I'm going to go this way. They're all over the place. Found them. That's what I said.
That's beautiful coral. Look at that.
Yeah.
So healthy.
There's House again.
He looked great all week.
Yeah.
Big swim through.
You see how much louder open circuit is. But still awesome. Here they go. The other thing that you get from swim throughs is no current. You can just dive. Okay, so here's another decision point. Do I go to this tiny hole or big hole? Tiny hole. Big hole. And group. All right. Let's go this way.
I did a lot of that as well. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Can't help it.
But then you come out and because you never know where they're gonna open up. Like you're like, I assume this will open up somewhere. And it's like, oh, look at this, another tight little tunnel, but it looks like an exit over there. But look, you start noticing there's lights behind me. Somebody follow me in that hole.
So nice in there.
Yeah. See the light behind me?
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm not using lights. So those lights were from whoever was behind me. And then huge exit. Yeah, buddy. Again, you go into the swim throughs and you don't know what you expect on the other side. But not only I found an exit. And I'm like, they should be around here somewhere. There they are. Somehow I kept finding them. Found them. Cool. And then obviously I use it as an excuse. Like, oh no, I was just positioning myself so I can film you guys.
They loved being filmed. I was filming them the whole time as well.
Okay.
And the second I would turn my camera towards them, I'm just saying all hands were like...
But look at this. We're doing a 3-minute stop. Everyone looks awesome.
Yeah, great.
Not
Really,
only our
really
dive
good.
master, who looks great. Oh, that guy's laying back, but still looking good. Look at this. I think that's Oksana or Victoria. Looking great. Awesome. So proud of all the divers that came to the meetup this year.
Absolutely. People were in trim.
That was it. Underwater footage from Cozumel. So
I have a lot
feel
more, hours and hours more.
I feel
want
like
it.
you are an influencer, sir. You've been
Wow. I've
Granted.
been influenced by great divers so I'm just passing on their influence. I would rather say it that way.
You're just
I'm taking their influence and just passing it on.
pass it on.
So,
I mean, it's
but I mean, the theme, you're right. People looked great.
yeah.
They looked great. Everybody was diving carefully and in trim. Nobody was messing up reefs. Nobody was touching wildlife. Nobody was chasing sharks. They were even cool like that. Like, okay, I see it, but I'll let it come back around. It was great. It was fantastic.
Absolutely. Nothing else to say. I mean, it was so amazing. I will say that, again, join us in the meetup next year. Sign up for it and, dive with us. We really want to spend time with you guys next year. And there's more videos coming from the meetup. Benjamin captured a bunch of footage. You have some footage. So we'll work on that footage and give you kind of the whole experience with the speakers and everyone else that was there.
I put a couple of shorts out there. Also, I think I have one on YouTube that's a short of the meetup. 50% of it could be at Upside Down.
Yeah. More
And
than
then
50, I think.
it could be 70. And then and some postings on Facebook as well. If you join our Facebook page, sometimes you will get footage that we don't show anywhere else.
That's right.
Just by being on the Facebook group, the Dive Talk or Dive Talk Scuba Facebook group page.
Yeah, and I will say that, again, the speakers that we had were all world-class. One of them, Dr. Richard Harris, who was involved with the Thai cave rescue, right? He was the one who sedated the kids so they can get him out. He was an amazing speaker talking about super deep dives that they did with hydrogen even. First hydrogen dive on a rebreather, dual rebreather that they built. And it was amazing. And we actually talked to Harry on one of our episodes, and I'm going to leave it right here so you can go check it out. And don't forget, join us next year.
And he is such a nice guy, as everybody was on the trip. Bye, everybody. Great trip.